how you going? I'm going to be talking about a warm-up now. So we're going to go through a basic warm-up where we warm up all parts of your body and get you ready for your first Pilates session. So first up, we're going to be going through a roll down, so correct spinal roll down. I'm going to do this up in standing so that you can see what you want to do with your spine in terms of articulation. Then I'm going to be going through some thoracic rotation and some thoracic extension, okay? And then the third thing we're going to be going through is some bridges, all right? You don't need anything for this warm-up either. Just watch what I do and then follow. Try and go through when you do it, maybe 5 or 6 reps of each, okay? So first up, I'm going to start with the standing roll down. So you're going to go feet hip width apart for me. Inhale at the top and then exhale, slowly peeling down. Okay, you want to bend through your knees as much as you need to take the pressure out of your back. Make sure you're letting go of your head here. Big breath in at the bottom and then exhale, slowly peeling back up to the top. Man, that feels good. I don't know about you guys, but last couple of days have been pretty stressful. Inhale at the top and then exhale, slowly peeling down. Good, letting the spine melt all the way down, letting go of your head. Good, and then exhale, slowly peeling back up. Nice. As I said, go through about 5 or 6 of those in your own time. Next, what we're going to do is some thoracic rotation. So for these ones, few positions, you can have your hands behind your head, elbows bent, arms long. So I'll show you 2 variations. It's going to be lying all the way down to your mat, hands behind your head, elbows bent. Make sure you've got a bit of a gap in between where your chin is and where your chest is. You're going to start by breathing in here, knees stacked on top of each other. Make sure you're in neutral spine. Big breath in, and then as you exhale, you're going to open elbow out to the side, rotate, looking at that top elbow. So you're only rolling back as far that your hips aren't going to go back with you too. Inhale to come back. Good, and then exhale. 5 or 6 of these in your own time. Imagining that you're a wet towel and then you're actually wringing out the water. Okay, that's the best thing that I can imagine. So you're just pulling it all out as you're breathing out. Good, inhale to come back. The other variation, you can either get a pillow here or keep your neck in neutral. So you're going to inhale here, and then as you exhale, you're opening the arms out to the side, breathing out. So you're looking at getting a rotation through your upper back. Inhale, exhale, opening. Good, and back. Awesome. Why don't you see how you go with those things? So you're practicing your standing roll down, and then you're practicing your thoracic rotation. The elbows bent, arms straight that way, and we'll touch base in a sec. Both those, standing roll down, thoracic rotation. All good? Next up, what we're going to do is your thoracic extension. So for this, I'm going to be using a roller. So you can either use a full roller or a half roller. Otherwise, if you don't have any of those things, PVC pipe, yoga mat that's rolled up really firm, rolled up towel, you just probably won't get as much movement through your upper back. But basically anything that's cylinder will probably work. All right, so you're going to come up onto your mat. You're going to grab your foam roller here, have it lengthwise, so it's going to be lengthening that way on your back. Good. So you can do a few positions here. The first one you're going to do is probably at about your chest level, hands behind your back here. So you're going to inhale and then exhale to come over the roller. Okay? Inhale to come back, and then exhale all the way over. Good. So going through 6 or so of these. Once you feel that it loosens up, you might even get a few cracks or things like that, a bit of a bonus. And then you can move down the roller as well. Okay, inhale here, exhale over. Good, keep going. So about 6 or so of those in each position. Okay? With the thoracic rotation that we did before, you've also got the option, which I know most of you won't really like to do, but you can take that roller right into your armpit, make sure you're in neutral spine, and then exhale, rotating around whilst you're on the roller. The benefit of doing it on the roller is you're going to be getting that nice trigger point right underneath your armpit, which is then going to release your shoulder to make sure it's not curling forward. If you're spending lots and lots of time at your computer rounding forward, releasing underneath the armpit there will enable that shoulder to come back and down a little bit more than normal. Okay, so why don't you go ahead and practice your thoracic extension on the roller and maybe a little bit of thoracic rotation. Next, we've got the bridge. So we're going to do some spinal articulation. Cool? So for this one, this is going to be part of your warm-up as well. You're going to practice without any equipment again. So you're just going to lie straight onto your backs. We did this one a little bit before with the pre-Pilates, but we're just going to add a little bit of dynamic movement for this one, okay? So your feet are hip-width apart, your knees are hip-width apart. Make sure you're neutral spine. Everything pushing through the big toe, the little toe, and the heel. So from here you can push down quite a bit with your arms. You're going to breathe in before you move, so breathe in to prepare. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under and peeling all the way up into a bridge. Inhale here and then exhale, peeling back down. I'm going to get you guys to do 6 or so of these, just peeling up, peeling down. If you've got any pain into your lower back, I want you to come up into a flat back bridge. Okay, so flat back, no articulation. So 2 more of those. The variation I'm going to offer for you today, for your warm-up, is to float the arms up and then over. Good, and then exhale, peeling down, and then let the arms return. Okay, so inhale, exhale, peeling up, arms all the way overhead, and then exhale, peeling down. Why don't you go ahead and try those ones? So try that spinal articulation, and then that's pretty much the pre-Pilates stuff that we need to do, and then we can keep moving forward and go into some workouts.